So, exciting news! The API platform for DeepSeek is finally available again. Yay! I'm so excited. I'm sure you are too. So let's figure out how to get it set up for you in Novelcrafter. All right, so here we are, novelcrafter.com. They have a very generous 21-day free trial, which I highly recommend. I use Novelcrafter all the time, and it really is a fantastic piece of software. I love how sleek the design is, how streamlined, how organized everything is. They've just updated their website, which is pretty cool. So I recommend definitely starting the free trial, and that way you can use the DeepSeek API through Novelcrafter and try it out. All right, so on the DeepSeek platform, there's two things you want to do. First is top up. So that's putting however much money that you want to put into it to be able to use the API. And then the second thing is create yourself an API key that you will use specifically on Novelcrafter. So I've already done that. So I'm going to hit copy here. And I'm just going to show you how to do it from the start. So this is what Novelcrafter looks like after you've first logged in, minus the fact that I did go ahead and create a new novel. All right, so you're going to come here to AI Connections and scroll down to OpenAI, hit Add. Then you're going to put your API key in here. I would go ahead and change this to DeepSeek like I've already done in this first one here. Just so it'll, if you have a bunch of connections, it'll be easier to keep track of what this one is. And then for the base URL, you're going to find that on api-docs.deepseek.com. And I'm going to put that in. Okay. And then all you have to do after that is hit refresh. And then the two models will show up for you. So DeepSeek Chat is version 3, which is not the reasoning version. And then DeepSeek Reasoner is R1, which is the newest thinking reasoning model. All right, so from there, if you want to start using it, you would just come to, actually, you know what, let's go ahead and just create a new novel just so I can walk you through the whole process. Okay, if you know your title, you can obviously put that here. I don't have one. This is just for the purpose of showing you, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Create Novel. All right, so once in your novel, the next thing you want to do is come down to prompts. Now, when you haven't created any new prompts for yourself like I have here, you just have system prompts. Now, system prompts, you can't do anything with, you can't change them, you can't remove anything. As you can see here, it says you cannot add custom model settings. So what you are going to want to do is clone. So you hit clone, say yes for not safe for work if that's what you choose. And you want to delete all of these and then hit add model. And here you go. Here's DeepSeek Chat and DeepSeek Reasoner. All right, so now that that's set up, you want to come over here to Chats, New Thread, and select AI. You want to choose this one here, the not safe for work, or whatever. If you didn't choose that, it's your own. It's not the system prompt. So I'm going to go ahead and hit DeepSeek Reasoner, and context is if you had imported a novel that you had already started working on, or if you had already written something, you could hit full novel text, which means if you pay for the chat feature in Novelcrafter, which it's part of the 21-day free trial, so you'll get to try it out. Chat is actually one of my favorite tools within Novelcrafter, because if you say you do have a few chapters that you've written, you can go ahead and enter full novel text and you can start chatting with whichever AI you choose, which in this case is DeepSeek, and you can chat with it directly about your story, and it'll already understand and know everything that's happened in your story so far. You won't have to like explain everything to it. And I will go ahead and create another Novelcrafter video at a later date, just walking through all the different tools and features. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to show you how to get it set up so that you can actually use the DeepSeek R1 in the AI, use the API in Novelcrafter. So, all right, so I'm just going to say, please tell me about save the cat story method. All right, let's see what it has to say. Oh, so one thing about Novelcrafter is that it's doing the reasoning, but it doesn't actually show you the reasoning like it does on the chat. So that's one thing to consider. So as you can see, it understands save the cat method, and it's giving all the 15 beats. All right. Okay, so there you go. This is how you use DeepSeek within Novelcrafter. Now, if you want to use it within OpenRouter, you have that option, but the problem is currently you cannot use it at the cheapest price. Now, the distilled versions are not the actual original version, which is what you want. Just let me go ahead and put in R1. This is the one you want. Now, as you can see here, there's a bunch of different ways to use it, but the cheapest version through DeepSeek directly is currently unavailable within OpenRouter. So, and that's the version that we are using in Novelcrafter when we set it up the way that we have. All right, so besides the ability to be able to chat directly with your novel, what are the other reasons why you might want to use the API over the free chat? And here are two that I at least have found. The first one being not safe for work topics. I've noticed that in chat, if I ask it to give me an idea that's a little not safe for work, sometimes it doesn't like that, and it'll start answering the question, but then halfway through or at the end, it'll just like erase all that where you can't see it, and it'll say, I'm sorry, this is a topic we can't discuss. Can I help you with something else, or something like that? So I have not run into that issue at all when I'm using the API. So that's one thing to consider. And then the second thing is longer outputs. At least my overall experience with using the API over the chat is longer outputs when you're using API. So that's something you can test out for yourself. But I just wanted to give you an idea of, if you were wondering, well, why would I bother using the API if I can just use the free chat? All right, well, I hope this has been helpful, and talk to you later. Have a great day.